What's up, Nick, Mark, those who are starting to tune in? Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm just too excited. Anything that gives any inclination that we're back, it just makes me eat it up because the Bears have been pretty tight-lipped this offseason. They've got a tight lip on Halas Hall, so we might have some leaks. We might have some things that we're hearing. We might have some insider news going down, and that excites me. But who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what's going to happen 2 weeks and 3.5 days from right now? Monday. It's Monday. We have 2 more Mondays. That's not even on straight, guys. Can't even get it together this morning. Michael Long, Fufu 1551, Bob Billings, James Horner. Big news this morning. Bears players are reporting back for not mandatory. It's voluntary, actually, but I don't see anybody not being there with new head coach. So here's our schedule we do all the time. Top 30 visit deadline is 9 days from now, next Wednesday. So only 9 more days to meet, and it's really tight-lipped. What's going on at Halas Hall? You're not hearing a lot of them. There is one new one this morning. We'll put it up there. It makes me question what the Bears are doing, but they've got a good game plan. So teams meet with new head coaches, or teams with new head coaches can begin their offseason workout programs today. This is nothing more than just getting into Halas Hall, getting reacclimated. It's the first time they're together since the end of the season. Since the season ended, this is the first time that they're back together. So I would assume everyone is there. We'll show as much update as we can show here for what players have showed up there. But there's the schedule. Any form of contact is done 2 weeks from Wednesday. So Wednesday, 23rd, the day before the draft, and the draft will be the 24th through the 26th. We are going live. Then there's rookie mini camp. That'll be May 2nd through the 5th or May 9th through the 12th. They can choose which one. Then the preseason rookie training camp is mid-July, usually a week before the rest of the team reports. And then you've got full offseason camp back mid to end of July. So, last year, I think it was the 16th or the 23rd. Maybe the rookies reported the 16th and the rest reported the 23rd. Sometimes they just report the same day. All the teams with new head coaches can begin today, and most teams did that. The Cowboys did not, so that's interesting. But the Bears did. I can't remember all the teams off the top of my head, but most of the teams with the new head coaches did do it. The other exciting thing for tonight, let's remove this and let's add this on here, is the 1920 football drive episode is back up tonight. So actually let you guys hear the sound on this one. This is the preview for it.
I'm telling you, have to ignore all this noise of where people are going to go. You have to be completely blind to it, which you should be anyways, but I'm just I think there's a lot of stuff that doesn't really make sense.
The depth of this draft is in the middle rounds.
They've always got Schefter on it.
Bears are going to be able to find some talent in the middle rounds that could come in and help this Chicago roster.
So that's tonight, 7 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock my time. I'm super excited for that. The other things going on here, you can see some of the guys arriving. You got DJ Moore, you got TJ Edwards there, showing back up to Halas Hall. We'll go to some other stuff too. You got several of them here. Let's see if there's any sound on this. I don't know if there is. So there's Jalen Johnson, Roma Dunze, my personal favorite. Cole Kmet. Looks like that's it for this one. Then there's your quarterback.
Good to be back. Glad to be back.
Good to be back. Glad to be back.
Good to be back. Glad to be back.
There's your quarterback. That's it for there. Let's go over to, there's some on Instagram too. Let's remove this one. Present, add to stage. Share screen. Sorry, 1 second, guys. There's DJ. I think there's a bunch of pictures here. So there's DJ. Come on. Don't freeze up on me. There we go. There's Rome. Same thing you just saw on the other one. That's Owens. Jonathan Owens. I'm going to have to go off my, I don't have anything showing the names here. I'm going to have to go off my knowledge of the players. TJ Edwards. There's Caleb, obviously. Jervon Dexter looks slimmed down, looks trimmed. It's going to be interesting to see where they use him on the line. Could they bypass defensive end and put him at defensive end? Could they put him back at nose tackle? He's slimmed down. Man, maybe he's just trying to get leaned up for 3-tech. We'll see. Jervon looks good. Cole Kmet. Andrew Billings, big built. He doesn't look any slim down. He looks beefy. Looks like he's ready to run some people over. So Tremaine Edmonds. That's Noah Sewell. See what he does this year. It'll be interesting. Jalen. That's Kevin Byard. You guys are probably getting these quicker than me. Braxton Jones walking around. Obviously, he's getting back to health. You got your running back 3 committee here, assuming we draft a running back, which we will. So you got Travis Homer, Roshan Johnson, and Ian Wheeler. That's fun to see. And then that's the new right guard, Jonah Jackson. Jonah Jackson looks like the end of it. Anything else here? They've got the football drive. That's it. So kind of fun to see that. So we'll go back here. Appreciate how you guys jumping in. So right now we got the top 30 visits going on, but who knows what's going on with that. There's a little update I'll give you today, and there's the rest of the schedule. Here's the combine 60 visits. Somebody pointed out I had Donovan Jackson on there twice. You were right. So I've deleted him once. Boom. Look at that. Membership. Or member for 2 months. Love it. Nick Sartini, one of the first. Grant, Hampton, or Warren at 10 if no trade partner. Are you asking Grant, Hampton, or Warren at 10? Kenny Grant, Warren, Hampton. I got it. I'm not Hampton for me. You guys know my stance. No running back. I'm going to go Kenny Grant. Man, I think they're really sold on Tyler Warren, though. I think they're sold on Tyler Warren, but I'd go Kenny Grant for sure. So, and then here's your updated top 30 visits. You can see the new one on there is Dante Fleming, wide receiver from Tulane, third to the right. Late round pick. Some of these that I have UDFA on, those are obviously ones Bears will be looking for players to pick in the 7th round. We have 2 really late round picks. So those are, you're going to bring some of these guys in like Dante Fleming or Addison West, some of those guys that could be a late round flyer is what you're going to see there. So yeah, nothing big today from these offseason, the offseason workout program. What you're going to do, you heard last week Ben Johnson talk about how he hasn't had his speech prepared yet. He doesn't have it ready yet. Procrastination sometimes helps him with that. So with Ben Johnson, he'll be speaking to everyone today. They're probably doing that right now. I mean, it's 1:00, and that's usually when their times begin for the Bears. So they're probably sitting there right now, all huddled up together in their big, whatever you call it, conference room or, amphitheater type of room. And Ben Johnson's addressing them, telling them last year's the past. We got a new regime. Hoorah, rah, exciting, rumble, roar. Let's do this thing. And then you're not going to see anything out on the field. So you're not going to see pictures of them out on the field. You're not going to see any workouts as far as them like running drills. They can be getting a glimpse of the playbook and stuff like that, getting them ready for that. But it's going to be more workout routine, getting guys back up to physical conditioning. And then you're going to have a big break here. You're going to have, this is where we get into the nastiness of the offseason that I hate, because you see there so we have this, we have the draft, then we have rookie minicap. They can pick either the 2nd through the 5th or the 9th through the 12th. Teams will do it one or the other. You can't do both. You can do one or the other. And then between May and mid-July, so you got early May, June, mid-July, 2 months. That's when the dead period begins that I hate. So we'll try to get as much information together. Stuff on the team, stuff, comparing us to the division, getting player highlights, showing players that I want to see improve. We'll do all our stuff in between here and then, because there will be that dead period that I hate. That's when I'm going to take my kids on our annual vacation. So I'll be out for a week for that. But that's the dead period. I hate that period. I hate that, because then once camp comes back mid-July, then we get ramped up. Then we got August. Then we got preseason. Then we got September. And then we got football. We got football back. So we're almost there. So not a huge update this morning. Just wanted to show you guys all the updates of what the Bears are showing and what they've got going on for these guys coming back. So limited pictures here. Running back room. Ian Wheeler fully healthy. That's exciting. You see anything down there on his leg? I don't know. He looks healthy to me. Braxton Jones, not showing his lower half, but he's back with his patented smile, his very big smile. Kevin Byard, Jalen Johnson, always happy as well. Some of these guys have permanent grins on their face, and I love it. It means they love football. That's what I take. I think Jalen Johnson truly loves football. Noah Sewell, I'd be concerned if I were him. Jermaine Edmonds, Big Bill, Cole Kmet, Jervon Dexter, our quarterback, TJ Edwards, Jonathan Owens, Rome, and DJ. That's my DJ. That's my DJ. That's it, guys. That's all I got for you this morning. That's all I got for you this morning. What are you guys saying in the chat here? You guys speculating? What's up, Nick? $2 super chat from Nick. You don't have to do that, man, but I appreciate you. F the Packers. Anybody who's a member, go ahead and hit the any emoji you have that's reminiscent of puking Packers or Jordan Love or anything terrible. Screw the Packers. All right, what you guys saying over here? Probably one. I think I'm leaning that way too with what the Bears are doing. I'm really sold on the idea that Ben Johnson loves his playmaker. He loves his like Jahmyr Gibbs, and I think so many people are overlooking that with with what they did. They didn't take the top running back in the draft. They didn't take Bijan Robinson, so it wasn't about them taking the top running back. They had 2 first-round picks, and they traded back, and then they took a playmaker, and they see Tyler Warren as a playmaker, and that's how I see it. So it'll be interesting to see what they do, but I think that range there, I don't know those who didn't see the news. Let's pull up my, here we go, stop screen. Let's pull up my Twitter. It's not always a good thing to share with you guys, but sometimes it is. Twitter, screen it out. Just so this to me is kind of interesting. You can interpret this 15 different ways.
I'm telling you, you have to ignore all this like noise.
You can definitely take
where
this
people are gonna go
to mean Genty. Like
you have to be completely blind to it.
And it might not be Genty. I
should
get it.
Anyways, but I'm just like, I think there's a lot of stuff that doesn't really make sense.
Doesn't make sense to take a running back at the top of the draft.
Is in the middle rounds. So I would imagine the Bears.
So that's interesting to me. But if those who haven't seen this, let's see, I shared some of this stuff already. Let's see. 30 visit. Oh yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I did. I shared the 30 visit. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Right here. All right. So Ian Rappaport on the 5th said the Dolphins' 5-time Pro Bowl left tackle Terrion Armstead is retiring, officially ending his star-studded 12-year career. This leaves room for a very realistic trade. Poles doesn't like to trade down 15 spots, guys. I know we get excited about the, going way down, but when he trades down, it's a small trade down, then he'll overdraft his guy. So, if there's someone there like Tyler Warren that they really want, the only person really behind us that the Jets are in play, the Panthers are in play there, and then it's us, and then it's the Colts, and the Colts are at 14. Well, the Dolphins are at 13. The Dolphins need a tackle now. They drafted Patrick Paul. Those who have been a part of this channel a long time know I like Patrick Paul last season quite a bit. I wanted us to draft Patrick Paul as a potential left tackle. We ended up going Karan Amagaji, who I also liked. He was also on my list. But they got Patrick Paul, but Patrick Paul split between left tackle, right tackle, and now they have a huge need for tackle, one or the other. They're in dire need for it. So if Armand Membu is there, it's perfect for them. They can move Patrick Paul to left tackle, put Armand Membu at right tackle. It's just perfect. So if they want to trade up, they've got 11 draft picks. So a realistic trade partner. And I know we want a second rounder, we want an early third rounder, but them giving up a comp pick in both the third and these would be so basically late third, early fourth, late fourth, early fifth. I get it doesn't excite it, but it's only 3 spots. Dolphins could scoop up, move up to 3 spots. The Bears would get 2 more picks. And to me, that's very good value. I would like that quite a bit. I would be a huge fan of that. So I would be a huge fan of that. Mason Taylor and Elijah Arroyo more than Warren. Jihad Campbell. I like Jihad Campbell. I just think it's too early to take that as a primary need. We got Tremaine Edmonds and we've got TJ Edwards, and whoever the other linebacker is going to be playing 20-25% of snaps because he's going to be your guy that rotates between base and nickel. So I think Kyler Gordon's going to be in on 75% of plays, so I think it's too early to take a linebacker this year. Next year's class isn't bad for linebacker either, so it's not a bad year to pick up a linebacker next year. Yeah, I agree. This video is also another hint at a trade down. The Bears are not pigeonholed or stuck. In fact, I shared on Twitter yesterday. I don't have to go to it every time and show you guys, but I just put yesterday as I was reviewing all this stuff from main analysts, not just like nobody's, but from main analysts. I saw yesterday alone the Bears taking running back, tight end, offensive line, defensive line, and cornerback from 5 different analysts. Nobody has a clue what the Bears are going to do this year, and they're not pigeonholed into having to take one spot or the other. They could go offensive line. Might not make sense to a lot of us because that's a backup position at 10, but then, they'd probably obviously be working in with Braxton Jones a lot more than we would have expected. Could go defensive line. That one makes a lot of sense to me. Could go running back. That doesn't make sense to me, but obviously they could do it. Could go tight end with the weapon that Tyler Warren is. Could go cornerback. So, I mean, there's just so many. That one wouldn't make as much sense to me because they've got Tyreek Stevenson on a very specific workout program. I don't remember who it's with, but a very highly respected guy that works with wide receivers and cornerbacks. So I think they're really working with Tyreek Stevenson. They got Terrell Smith. We do need another cornerback, but I'd see that being something we take late or an undrafted free agent. Yeah, I think that's the way the tea leaves are reading for sure. You even hear about the Jets potentially taking Genty at 7. Nick, if you're not Nick, Carl, if you're watching, don't tattle on me. I do have a little inside source. I got to be careful what I say. I don't think there's any chance the Bears are preparing to bring Ashton Genty in. It's not that they don't like Ashton Genty. I don't think they're preparing to bring him in as a draft pick. I don't think they're wanting to spend capital to move up, and they don't think he'll be there at 10. So I also have some inside news on a running back we'll be bringing in for a local 30 visit. I don't have to say anything else because there's only one that would fit that parameter. So, dun, dun, dun. So many options. I just gave away more than I should. Are you not a fan of going defensive tackle in the 3rd? I love the opening defensive tackles in the 1st round. Those 3 I think are can't miss. There are a couple I like late. I don't like Omar Norman Lott as much as I like Alfred Collins. I don't think there's any shot Alfred Collins makes it to the 3rd round. If you're taking Alfred Collins, you got to take him at 41. And I don't have a problem with the Bears doing that. I do like Alfred Collins. He's the only reason he's in the 3rd round still is because before this offseason, remember the mock draft simulators and everybody's mock drafts were set at the end of last season. Alfred Collins was a 6th, 7th rounder to start this year. He had such a good year. He's risen boards, but some don't rise him high enough. He will be a 2nd round pick for Alfred Collins. Absolutely. He'll be ahead of Deion Walker. He should be ahead of a lot, in my opinion. Just like Ryan Poles just said, you got to throw what you're hearing out the window. Alfred Collins should be no later than 41 if the Bears want to take him at 41. Guys, I need to do something on Scattaboo. Scattaboo is severely underrated. When I give this hype to Scattaboo, it's not just because it's fun to say Scattaboo. Like, those who watch this know my 2 favorite teams are UNLV because I graduated there and BYU because I grew up in Southern Utah on a farm, and BYU was just my local team. That's who I grew up an hour and 45 minutes south of BYU. So that was my team growing up. And UNLV, I came down from the farm down to Vegas to go to school. So I went to college at UNLV. So those are my 2 schools. So I have no reason to like Cam Scattaboo. He was an opponent, ASU, opponent to BYU. No reason to like. I love his game. I watched that kid play. I'm telling you, if Cam Scattaboo ran a 4.4, even a 4.45, that dude would be a 1st round prospect ahead of almost anybody else. His contact balance, his grit, his tenacity, he's going to fit the NFL better than some of these guys that have huge holes and breakaway speed. In the NFL, you're going to be facing linebackers. You're going to be facing linemen that you're not going to break arm tackles on. Like some of these guys in college, there's a reason the college average for these top guys is 6-7 yards per carry. And in the NFL, your great running backs run 4 to 5. Like your great ones run between 4 and 5 a carry. You're not going to have those giant breakaway Like, it's going to take that mean, nasty Peyton Hillis, but I mean, he's got better contact balance. He is a true. The Bears met with him at the combine, and I really am high on Cam Scatterbo, and he's a great receiving running back. He's very aware. He can throw. He threw a touchdown this last year. I'm all in on Cam Scatterbo for the Bears at 41. Or man, I don't think there's any way he drops to 72 either. This is why I want the trade back, because we need a couple more picks. We need some fun. So Mika Ibuka is visiting today with the Packers. I like Ibuka. They could get a good one there. How do you feel about trading the Jets for the Jets? I don't like it at all. He's on the last year of his contract. This is such a deep running back class. I wouldn't waste any draft capital. I mean, I saw some people proposing trading a second rounder for him for Brees Hall. Makes no sense to me with this. You get 4 years of control of somebody who's going to be on a rookie contract for cheap. You don't need to trade for Brees Hall to, have to extend him and spend big money when he's never even had a 1,000-yard season. So, all right, guys, this is meant to be short. Board is open for us from 10 to 20. Yeah, I just don't think we're going to be trading back farther than Poles doesn't like to trade back. Like, he doesn't like to do the Hall trade. I mean, he did with quarterback from 1 to 9 for DJ Moore and the whole haul of that year. And the next year, luckily, we got the first round pick again. Man, very calculated on his part. So that was awesome. But dropping from here, the only way I see that happen is if someone offers us another first round pick again. Similar situation. So if that whole situation where Shedeur Sanders ends up being at 10 and the Steelers feel like they have to jump up and get him, maybe the Niners would pick Shedeur Sanders. I don't know. Brock Purdy seems like the path, but some of these rumors can start. So again, teams know the inside knowledge, and they're worried about Shedeur Sanders or even Jalen Milroe. Like, a lot of people have forgotten about Jalen Milroe, but he was getting a lot of buzz earlier. So in that scenario, if the Steelers trade up from 21 to 10 and give us a first and number 83 overall, like, that is something I can see Poles doing, because first round picks next year, that's a huge overpay. So I can see that happening. I don't see anything in the mid range. I just don't see anything else like that happening. So I like Kenny G. I like Kenny G at 10. Kenny Grant, that's my dream. Kenny Grant, Cam Scatterbo, I like it a lot. So my big dream is to have Cam Scatterbo this year work in tandem with DeAndre Swift. Whoever we pick, DeAndre Swift is not going away this year. DeAndre Swift is still going to get his usage. So DeAndre Swift and Cam Scatterbo staying next. And then if we can somehow get Jeremiah Love, oh man, that would be Jeremiah Love next year with Cam Scatterbo. That would be beast for years to come. So, all right, guys, I just wanted to give you guys an update on all of this stuff, on people reporting back, calendar, where things stand, what's going to happen. Top 30 needs to be done by the 16th. There was the combine visits, and then here's the top 30 visits. And usually by now, we have a ton more information on this. And some of this is reportedly not completely accurate. That both tight ends might have been out of Halas Hall for their workouts, individual workouts they did, both Mason Taylor and Tyler Warren. So we might only know like 9 of the top 30 visits. And that's very not normal for this time of year. This time of year, we usually know 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then next week, we'll have the full reveal. We'll have basically all 30 of them. They're keeping things very tight-lipped this year. They're keeping it really in-house. I don't think they want anyone to know what's going on. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see what the Bears end up doing. So do appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks for being part of the channel. Give you updates as soon as we have them from the Bears. But there's the excitement. The boys are back in town. We got the Bears. All the people, as far as I know, everyone's back. It's voluntary, but you got a new coach. You got hoorah going on. You got workouts need to be done, and it's a limited time. So they'll be back. And then next week, top 30s need to be done. And then the week after that is the draft. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Until next time, the Bears. Bear down.